Hi and welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham. I'm at the South-West Connect ASX Showcase where I had a chat with Mark Wilson, who's Legend Mining Managing Director. Mark, welcome back to the Roadhouse. It's good to see you again.
Pleasure to be here, Wal.
All right, now Legend, you're in the middle of, let's call it a pioneering seismic survey at the moment across one of the prospects, your Octagonal prospect.
Yeah.
We'll start with what's actually happening there. So the actual survey, what's happening?
Yeah, well, this is the activity which is defining what Legend's doing in the Fraser Range at the moment. The pioneering aspect is that it's a pioneering survey by a junior in the Fraser Range over greenfields prospects. So seismic has been used since Adam was a boy. It revolutionised the oil and gas in the 70s, and it's the fact that we're doing it in hard rock as a junior in the Fraser Range over greenfields. That's the pioneering aspect of it. So we did one over our Mawson prospect last year. We drilled 5 diamond holes into it, and I think it's worth just backtracking on what seismic is, because it's easy for me to say, but it's actually sending a sound wave down into the rock and then measuring the response, which enables the geophysicists to measure the speed of that sound wave, and different rock packages produce different velocities, which gives the structural interpretation, if you can get that.
And that allowed you at Mawson to really target your drilling, didn't it?
Correct, below 500 metres, because there's no other technique which we know which can do it. And because of the success we've had at Mawson, we're repeating it at Octagonal. We know Octagonal is a syncline, which is a sub-horizontal structure, and we're hoping that this seismic will give us much better definition, looking for the basal contact of that intrusion, because that's where Nova sits in the system down at Nova. And if we get that information from our seismic, it'll be very beneficial for planning our drilling there next year.
And it's also like an exercise in patience too, because taking, as you were just talking about before we came on air, was that the actual gathering of the data it takes about 6 weeks, and then the interpretation of said data takes some time.
Well, that's easily explained by at Mawson there were 6,100 sounding sites, and there are 8,300 listening devices across the survey area. Each one of those listening devices records each one of those seismic pulses. So you can imagine when that data is harvested, the volume of data that's there, and it takes the interpretation is a 6-month process after that, using high-powered computers.
So, with a bit of luck and a bit of hard work, you'll be able to repeat the Mawson drilling. So, Mawson as it stands at the moment, what's happening there?
Well, it's really our logistics base, and we're pausing while we reprocess the initial interpretation of the seismic data based on the information that we got from our drilling there this year. So that's in another one of these 3 or 4 month reprocess windows, and we're hoping that will give us drill targets for next year as well.
All right, well, as a wise person once wrote, slow and steady wins the race. So keep on going, you're doing good things, and keep us in touch so that we know what to tell our readers and viewers at the Roadhouse.
I'll be only too happy to do so, Wal. Thanks very much for your time.